What am I doing today? TC's bonnet's up. Wings coming off. Wing coming off. Need to look underneath. Got to get the bumper off. And yeah. See if we'll start today. That's another point. Let's put you in the tripod. Immensely happy. Can't use this. It takes up way too much space on the internal storage. Only giving me like 2 gigabytes. But it won't work on the memory card, so problem. Anyway, let's carry on. Will the car start? Here's the question. It's going to leak fuel again. So we just need to move him out a bit. We don't need to have it running long. Just so I can get to all the bolts and such. Got him running. Had to jump start him again from the Rover. That battery needs to come off and has a proper charge, and the fuel pump is still leaking, so can't run for too long because that's wasting all that fuel that's in that can. So right, let's switch him off because he's in a fine angle now, so I can get to everything and unbolt stuff. Bumper bolts are 13mm. Bugger to get to, especially when you're putting stuff back in. But there we go, copper greased as well. Right, I'll come back when I've got all these out. Right, so that's front bumper taken care of. Oh yeah, getting dirty hands now, and I brought gloves with me. What am I doing? No point putting no point putting gloves on now. Too late. Silly me. Right, let's get this wing off. What size? If I remember correctly, what is it? Can't remember. I think it's a 12. I think. No. probably a 10. Now, I do remember I bought 2 brand new 10 mils. Yes, I did. Nice and shiny. Yeah, 10 mil. And that's not even tight. Look at that. Just coming undone. Hang on, let's move you. Oh, hang on. Need to adjust the tripod. There you go. There you go. Really easy. Just comes straight out. Oh, quite a bit of corrosion under there. That's not ideal. Alright, let's get the rest of these out. And what am I going to need? A socket for the rest of these. Possibly, yes. Yeah, that's loose. That's loose. Is this one loose? No, that was actually tighter than most. So the reason I'm taking all this lot off is because I need to do some repairs on both wings. That wing's got to come off, and Papa's wing is going on, because that brown wing is just awful, and it's really thin metal. I should be able to get down the side of there quite comfortably. And there's other little repairs I want to do as well once I get the eco flow up here with the welder. Just going to check if there's any bolts inside the wing. Because is there anything bolting it onto the car underneath? Yep, I can feel that one over there. Where is it? There it is. Partially blows. My hat's coming off. Yay! Oh, there we go. Oh my god. A load of dirt's just come out from under that wing. Hopefully it's not metal and rust. My hat fell off, as is usual. Okay, there we go, that one was underneath. Right, let's have a look at that dirt, shall we? See if there was anything in it that we don't really want. No, that's just dirt. That's fine. Gives me a chance to check the bottom of that A-pillar, which I repaired. Now, there's nothing attaching at the front there, I don't think. There's nothing holding this on, because that there is supposed to have a hoop on it and screws to this bit, but no. Oh, hang on. That's got to come off. That there, the bung. Can you see the bung from where you are? Just. I need 2 little spanners. What a spanner. I can't remember what size they are. I can smell something horrible. Oh! I just stepped in dirt. Oh, great. Some dog has just... Oh, great. That's just fantastic, that one. Oh, God. What is wrong with people? Oh, it stinks. Jeez, that's disgusting. $10 mil. Right, so I got dog dirt outside my garage. How lovely. Because someone doesn't give a shit about picking up their own dog dirt. How nice. Oh, it's only a garage, you know. No one's going to go in there. Oh my God, more rust is falling out. Okay, so I need an open-ended spanner, mind the dog dirt. Good thing I didn't put my toolbox in the dog dirt. I've got an open-ended spanner in there. Oh, I know. I'll use this, my little adjustable. That'll work. Oh God, that stinks. That absolutely stinks. That's not a small dog dirt. That's gross. Right, so let's put that bolt back on there. And put that in the toolbox so it's not lost. Oh, there we go. Off it comes. There we are. On a wing and a prayer. Hey, hey. Right, let's put this in the rover. Okay, so that wing is in the rover, so we can have a good look at it later. Now, this here has been replaced. This is part of the replacement one. So that plate in there, there's a weld there, there's a weld there, a weld here. So that's all going to have to come out. But does that panel go underneath this front piece here? Is that, oh my God, that's poor. It's so weak. Right, that there, if you can see it. I'm trying to get the legs of the tripod in the dog dirt. Oh, don't get your knees in it either. Hang on, just adjusting you so you can see a bit better. Right, that there I pointed out ages ago. Hang on. Oh man, that dog dirt stinks. That there, I need to grind that off. So I've got the angle grinder in the car. Let's get rid of that now. Yeah, more smooth. There you go, a little bit of paint, just protect it a bit. Right, let's get that wing off. Okay, let's see if this wing is bolted on from the underside. I know that the aerial is going to be in there. I don't know if you can see the aerial from there. No, you can't. So we're going to get this wing off. I have to do the same thing with this one underneath. Let's get that one out first, actually. Can I get this under there? Oh. Are you going to be able to see what I'm doing? Possibly not. Oh, no, tripod, don't fall over. Please, tripod, don't fall over. You can just about see what I'm doing. I think I might need the little extension bar. What a pain in the bum. There's wires under there, you know, they kind of get in, there's not many of them, but they kind of get in the way. Oh, for God's sake. Get that one under there, that's good. That's under. Maybe that's not, hang on. Oh no, hang on, it's threaded into the slam panel. That's one, that's that bolt out. Oh, there we go. I heard the wing go click, as if it's like released. Is it undoing by itself? It is. Okay, so right, that one's off. I'll put that one in the toolbox in a minute, like I did the other one. Let's move the bumper a minute. Need to get down the side of the car. Let's have a look, see if I can find any bolts under here. There's not a lot of room under this side. No bolts under there. Okay, so it's just these ones up here. I hope, because usually on much better quality cars than this one, there's bolts holding the bottom of the wing at the front onto the front valance. I don't have any of those on this car. What I might do though, I might buy a complete replacement wing bolt set, because these old ones are a bit knackered and they're rusty. So yeah, might just get a load of new ones. Plus there's loads of washers missing and the threads on these bolts aren't very nice. You may be wondering, why am I working at the front of the car when the back needs welding? Well, I need to check everything that I've welded 4 years ago. It's been quite a while since I welded the A-pillar on the passenger side, and I was quite proud of that video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description or on the screen now. coming undone? Is there a bolt inside the wing? Is there possibly a bolt inside the wing? Oh my god, there is. What the heck? There's one. What's that doing in there? Who put that in there? It's a bit dark in there, so it's a bit difficult to see. Right, let's get in there and get that one undone. I forgot about those, the ones that bolt to the inside of the wing. Am I going to be able to get in there? Yes. You can just hear me. Yep, here we go, another one. There's quite a few, if I remember correctly. Now, hopefully this wing's going to come off. Yeah, hey, there we go. Now, the aerial cable. Is there a bolt at the bottom there? I need to disconnect the indicator. Forgot about that. Oh, come on. That one. Come on, Simone. Unplug it. The cable. There we go. Pull through the grommet into wing, like. Oh my god, this does not want to come out of there, does it? That light cable does not want to come out. Oh, this is fighting me. Fighting me. Another cap. Out we come. Out we come. There we go. Let's bolt that back on there. I can drill a new hole in the other wing. There we go, that's loose. Oh, there we come. Oh, hang on. It's been cable tied down the bottom. What's going on there? Somebody cable tied this thing. What's that me? This. Oh, there we go. Yeah, wire's just come undone. Right. Have I got snips here or got a hacksaw? Ta-da! Let's give this a try. So you can cut that thing off. Can't really see very well down here. Oh, that's quite sticky. No, I'm going to get in there. This wing is in terrible condition. Terrible. Oh, hang on, here we go. There we go. I think I scratched my door. No, come back here. Don't go there. Don't go anywhere. Come back. Oh dear. Look how crusty that is. That's mega crusty. Right, let's lift you up. So, hang on. We might actually be able to fold the legs of the tripod in and turn the camera light on, so I can show you a bit more. Okay, we have camera lightage. Okay, so let's have a look down here. That's going to have to be lifted up there and try and stop it from falling somewhere. That's supposed to be in that hole, but never mind. Let's have a look down here. That's not looking too bad. that rusty bit there. I was never happy with the edge on that bit, look. You can just about see there. I was never happy with that. Got rust coming through here. That's the hole where the bolt was. And there's a hole up there which I never got a chance to fix. So I will do that. Up here, this is a concern, because that there is crusty. And it's that looks to me like suspiciously like filler. So I may have to get a new panel repair for here. But moving forward, oh God, I can still smell that dog dirt on my feet. It's not nice. Bit of sticky stuff there. But this one doesn't look too bad, but there's a lot of sticky in there. So if I can get that off, clean up the metal properly and have a look underneath and see what that's like. Sorry about the quality. It's not the greatest. Let's have a look at this one. Look at that. That's going. There's a hole in there. So I'm going to have to get this headlight bezel out. That's actually looking really good. When I cleaned that up and painted it, it's come up really, really good. And it's pretty well protected. It's in really good condition still, and the paint's still on, which is very good. So I may need to replace the headlight bezel around that as well. I think I will do that. Now over here, there is something I found which I'm going to have to try and fix. So let's get this toolbox. Oh, crap. That's not good. Hang on. I'll sort that out a bit later. Right, now, yeah, that's not looking good. And it's all sunken down there, look. And that's basically come off. That's corroded. That's really, really weak. So that is going to have to be repaired. Oh, sorry, angle. But it comes down as far as here. There's a hole, there's a hole in there, look. See that hole? So this section, I would say from here, this join, it's got holes in here as well. I would say up to there. So from there to there is going to have to be replaced. Let's have a look down here. See how that's looking, because I did repair a load of this down here too. So the jacking point is still looking good. There's mud everywhere, but it looks like it's been protected by this coating, whatever it is. I want to clean this up as well. See what this is like. That looks different from the other side. There's all this sticky stuff is going to have to come off. So yeah, that is a repair that needs doing. Of course, inside here, I brought with me a tool I thought I was going to be able to use. That's a better angle, look. Let's see how, yeah, that's really soft, look. Just snap it, off it comes. Sorry about the focus, it's really, really poor, this old phone. There we go. So all of this in here needs a good going over. And one thing as well I noticed last time I was filming, which I didn't get a chance to show you, is right above where we are. So I don't know if I can turn it upside down. Can you see all up inside there? Inside there is underneath the slam panel. And under the slam panel is looking awful. It looks really bad. I should have brought the GoPro. It's much easier. It's close-up views. So underneath here, all the way down, does not look pretty. But it is solid, of course. But I would like to get under there and give it all a good old clean up. I mean, all of it. I mean, if I need to, well, I do need to replace this unit, which I have. Sorry, this unit, which I do have, I mean, it has to be welded onto that one. So it'll have to be cut in that joint there and welded in. But I'm going to have to unpick the spot welds along here as best I can, really, and just try and lift out this front valance. But I mean, it's got holes in it, and it's not, I mean, it's solid, don't get me wrong, but it's just not pretty. And inside here, down there, that's the bottom and the front of the valance, the inside part of the valance. Oh, hang on, no, there, that's weak. That's got to be fixed up inside there as well, and all sorts. So there's a lot to do. So hang on, let's flip the camera around. So there is a lot to do here, as well as the back of the car, of course. But if I've got these parts off, it makes it a bit easier for when I do need to work on them, you see. So it's not all doom and gloom, apart from stepping in a pile of dog poo, which is bloody awful. So I've got the battery for the car in the Rover. I've got both wings in there as well. Oh yeah, I was going to show you something. I bought oh no, hang on, is it in the bag in there? I think it might be. Can't remember what I'm doing half the time. I'm trying to avoid dog poo. I put it in a bag with my gloves and everything else, and I forgot to wear my gloves. Is it in here? No. What is wrong with me today? It's in the box for the angle grinder. There we go. I bought one of these, which goes on your angle grinder, and it takes off paint and rust, doesn't remove metal. I didn't really know what to think of these. I saw them in the NEC a few years ago and I thought, oh, it's got to be a gimmick, you know. But I haven't tried it yet. So what I'm going to do, bolt it onto the angle grinder, which is down there on the floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and work on one of those wings and just take off the paint. I'll film it so you guys can see. And I might tag it onto the end of this film if I can edit it down enough. Because you didn't really see a lot of me in this video. You just saw me unbolting stuff. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this bit up. If I add on this thing with the angle grinder, you'll see me shortly and I'll give my conclusion of what I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in a bit. So let's take a look at the driver's side wing. For a start, it's got two holes in it here, for either a wing mirror and an aerial, or, you know, whatever was in it. Don't worry about the GT badge, it was only there for fun. It is in very, very good shape for its age. It's a bit of a dent there. I'm not overly worried about that, but I can get that out. There's a lot of scratches on it, as you can probably see there. And overall, it's a very solid wing. This area here can be rubbed back and that can be painted. It's gone a bit peely down here. Looks like someone's tried to do a bit of a paint job down here. But it is solid. Now it's a bit of surface rust. That's not a problem. I can get that dealt with. But the problem with this wing is that end. So if I come over here, when I got this wing, it was much more solid. That hole wasn't there. And it's like, it's going through. So let's flip it over. The inside is actually really good. I mean, this is the most solid wing out of all three that I've got. So it's not separated up in that gap there. So it's all good in here. So the idea will be to get rid of these rubber bungs, rub it all down inside. It looks like it's already been treated. I can see like paint marks where it's been brushed on. There we go. It's either been brushed on or heavily painted. In here, it's not looking too bad either. The only thing that needs to be repaired is this bit here, which bolts onto the front of the car, because the headlight sits in there. There's a little bit of a dent in here, but I'm not massively worried about that. But on the whole, it's a very solid wing. The only thing that worries me is that in there. So that's very weak. So I think cut it there straight and lift that out and try and remanufacture it. Maybe even repair this area down here. Maybe. We'll see what I can do. And we'll go from there. But the other wing, let's flip this one back over again. I've got to get the indicators out. This wing is knackered. It's shot. As you can see, it's very heavily pitted. I mean, really heavily pitted to the point where it's actually got holes in the front. It's got holes here. A big hole there. Another hole there. The inside is very, very heavily pitted and corroded. Yeah, even back there. Let's get rid of this plastic a minute. You remember I cut that off earlier. So the bottom of that bit isn't looking quite so bad, but it is quite rusty. It's got big holes here. But the worst bit is that there. I mean, the spare wing I've got off Papa, that's much more solid. I mean, it's basically knackered, really. But that is so weak that I'm just snapping it. This is toast, this wing. Absolutely toast. So what I'm going to do is clean it up as best I can with that disc I showed you earlier and use it to repair Papa's wing. I mean, the rail on the top here is probably the best area all the way along here. There's nothing wrong with that bit at all. It's solid, but it's got more bungs in it. I don't like that. It's starting to go rusty there. That was where the aerial was. That's all been butchered. It's gone through there as well. It's just, this wing is worse than Papa's. And when Pete said Papa's wing was bad, nowhere near as bad as this thing. So yeah, let's get these two in the shed, in the dry, and we'll have a look at it tomorrow.
Right, there we go.
Hey everyone, right, we're back at TC. Now, what we've got to do, I've been looking at this panel. We've got Andrew with me today. He's going to give me a hand. Well, you need to get the bonnet off because we need to mock up a new panel. So let's get this bonnet undone. It's a 13mm. So let's see how tight these are. Not very tight at all.
Good.
So that's good. Yep, that's undone. Will the other ones come undone on that side?
Let's give it a go. How would Pete C do it? Hang on. Have you got any spray lube? And spray liberally. There you go. Coming
undone nicely. Right, we will come back when the bonnet's off. Right. We're going to stick it down the side of the car so it's out of the way.
What you need to do is get yourself a 13mm. I'll do this side, you'll do that side, and I get hold of that side, and you get hold of that side. I
think we've only got one spanger.
You should have said I'd have brought some tools with me.
Yeah. Right, we'll be back in a bit.
That's that one side out. Cross where I put the other 13mm bolt.
I've only got one out so far.
I'll put it back in the bonnet.
Yeah, put it back in the bonnet.
That is. I don't know where I put the other one. Right, there you go.
Almost out.
That's all right.
That's all right. Right, got to get the prop out. Right, so it's unbolted.
Right, so
all we need to do is get the stick out.
Right, okay.
There we go.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Right, prop him down on that bit of cardboard.
We have one bonnet off on mk3 Cortina.
We do. Right, so if we can slide him down the side of the car.
Yep.
If we can move that bit of cardboard so it's on the ground.
Christ million. Had another disaster.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be perfect.
There's a load of tools down there. Right.
Is there cardboard on the floor?
Let's get that. This thing was a ton.
It's quite heavy.
Oh, Christ, I'll call it bloody paint. Shit. Caught the paint on the corner there. I've got better on it.
Let's place that down there and we can rest it on the ground.
I could put it upright actually on its side. Tip it up.
I wouldn't worry too much about scratching it. Plenty of scratches on this car.
Point, is it? You don't want to scratch it.
The bumper is trying to attack you.
Oh no. Right. Oops.
Actually, pass the bumper over here.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Moving the bumper again. Put it over this side.
God, I can hear the rust dropping inside. It's like seriously bad.
Yeah, that bumper, that bonnet does need looking at. Alright, let's get that down there, between the bike and the wall. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay, so what we now need to do is bring you closer, because I have a new panel. So let's get the panel. So this is the panel, and as you might be able to tell, you may not if you've never seen these videos before. If you haven't, this is TC, I'm Simone. Welcome to Hooked on Classics. So let's put this, rest it on there, and I'll bring you in and I can show you a bit more, because you would have seen this slightly earlier in the video. I'm going to get you in here again. There wasn't a huge amount of light last time, but I got my spare phone with a torchy thing on it, so I can shine the light through the wing and you can see how bad it is. That's the plan. Right then, so we've got Andrew's holding a torch, the old phone. You can see the light flashing through that hole. Shouldn't be there. There we go, another one coming there. And we got more there. Look, you can see the blue of the wing through those holes. And if you could slide the light further up there. There we go. That's you can see more light coming through. That is just pickled.
That is bad. That is
really bad.
That is going to take some very, very serious work.
And also you can see as well, apart from these screws which were holding things on from the inside, you can see patchwork where it's been repaired in the past. See, there's a square there, look. Then you've got that plate there coming all the way along. So the new panel we've got, if you could take the torch out, please. This is the new panel, and this is to go in here. So if we grab hold of this, and I can align it to a degree. If I hold it, or could you hold that for us at all? Can you try and get us in shot?
There we go.
And you can use the torch on the other one if you need to, just to lighten it a bit. So this goes underneath the edge of the slam panel here at the front. So it goes underneath there. It's exactly in line with this first clip, and it goes all the way back to the scuttle panel here. So that is a direct repair. So what we'll have to do is take this hinge off, and also this plate here is going to have to come off. So I've not done any of this yet. What I might do is look up on some other people's videos, including Pete, because he's done this, I believe. It's been a long time since I've seen him do some work on the wing rails, but it's got to be out there somewhere.
It's on the are we on the Bramble videos?
Possibly Swampy.
Because he did do some repairs to those wing top. I remember him doing it.
So what I'll do is I'll do a bit of digging, find out how he did it, and what we're going to have to do. The first thing we need to do, without cutting anything, is clean off all this sticky substance. Oh, the other thing which I almost forgot to mention, the water bottle bracket. I'll have to unpick this from the top and bottom bits there, because there's nothing on this new panel. So this will have to come off and I have to weld it to the new one. So I'm really looking forward to this. And this panel, ladies and gents, I only paid £45 for. If you bring the camera up a bit. I only paid £45 for this entire panel, so I'm really pleased with this. I thought it was going to be much bigger, but it's not. The only thing I am thinking about is, will I need all of it? Because we've got this little sticker here inside the engine bay, but it bends down much more quickly on the original panel than this one, because this is an aftermarket one, of course, and they're never exact. And there's also a shaped piece up here inside the wing, so I want to try and keep that shape if I can. So whatever I cut off this new panel, I can always use it for something else. It's actually quite heavy for what it is, I thought, but it's nice thick steel. It's very nicely coated, but I will be rubbing it all down and painting it once it's all been repaired. So yeah, what you'll see in the next part of the video, I will be cleaning up this, of course, with a wheel. I might actually cut some of this off, I'm not sure, but I will be buying a brand new set of wing rail bolts and clips. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Just been looking at these bungs down in here, look. If anyone knows how to disconnect these, please let us know, because I'm not really sure. Because the last thing I want to be doing is cutting metal and end up cutting through the wiring. There's a bung below it as well, but I don't know what that connects to. At some point I'm going to have to get into the car and try and get my head underneath the bulkhead and have a look up, or just get a camera in there to see what's there. We've taken out these little clips which the wing bolts to, so it makes it a little less hassle, and we can get all these clips cleaned up. I'm going to get the full wing set anyway, because there's bolts and washers that I'm going to need anyway, but at least I've got spares and backups. I've been looking at this panel here, and if you look there, look, you can see what seems to be a repair piece. So that's been repaired in the past, and I'm looking at how this all sets up, how it all goes in. There's a little tab up here, yeah, and then you've got this piece across the top which bolts onto the wing. Sorry, the hinges for the bonnet. So that piece there has got to come off, and I can see weld in here all the way along to about there, and it comes back that way. So I'm not fully understanding of what's going on here until I get all of this dirt off of here. Right, I've been scraping off a load of this sealant. I don't know if I need to get all of it off, but I think I am going to scrape all this off at the front, because I'll just get off, you know, put new stuff on there. And it's like, it's coming off really easy. Surprisingly, the metal underneath is in really good condition. So I wish I had a scraper, but I don't. It's one thing I don't own. I'm not used to, because I always think of like scrapers being to do with decorating and, you know, stuff to do in the house. So I think I'm going to have to go and buy one, but I need to find where you get this sticky stuff from. If anyone knows what this sticky stuff is that you put down between the wings and the panels where they bolt together and everything, can you comment down below? Because that would be really helpful. So underneath it's like, that's really clean steel. So thankfully, that's the bulkhead. No, sorry, not bulkhead, slam panel, you numpty. You got some old stuff here, look. That's really crispy. But up here, it's really clean. What's this like up here? That's basically the original paint from factory there. But this up here, where this plate was welded in, there's a hole there, so obviously that's not been done very well. But I think cleaning this section up here is more important than cleaning that lot up. There's not really any point cleaning any of that because that's being cut out. So I'm going to get my ear protection on, eye protection, mouth protection, and clean this section up here. I've got my wire wheel on there. Hopefully this will do a good enough job. So yeah, I'll get me face protection on and I can crack on with cleaning it all up. Sorry about the quality of the filming, I don't know why it's like it. When I take photos it's fine, really high quality. Yeah, no glasses because my glasses don't fit inside my face mask otherwise. And then everything steams up like crazy. So, ear protection on. I might move you actually so you're closer and you can see a bit more of what I'm doing. There we go, that's better. Let's move you slightly. There. Now what I'll do is I'll put this on speedy. Because if I speed it up a bit by like 4 speed, it kind of gets rid of the noise to a degree. Right. That's not really told me anything. God, it's dusty in here now. So that is pickled. I mean, really pickled. Now, how am I going to find spot welds? There's one, I think. There's another one. I don't really know where to go with this. That new panel comes all the way up here. This, where it's welded here, I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that. That has been welded in to there. So maybe this wing rail has been replaced, but it can't be. It's exactly the same colour as the original paintwork, unless somebody has actually done that. There's a weld. Those are welds there. I wonder if that can be separated. I don't think it can, unless I grind it. I don't know. That lip there. This up here is full of filler. Oh, I can see a hole. And that looks bad. Let me get my other phone. Put the torch on a minute. Kind of a hole, but it kind of goes in. Yeah, there's a hole under there. That does not look pretty. Can I wedge that, I wonder? Yes, I can. Oh dear. Ow. Should be wearing my gloves doing that. Yeah, I just cut my finger open. Aha. Thanks, TC. Oh, bloody hell. Gloves on. Gonna get blood everywhere. Ugh. Right. Oh shit, look at that. Look at that flexing. I just put the screwdriver through it. Well, whoever welded that many years ago, I suppose it lasted a little while, but not long. Oh, there we go, ping. That's off. Yeah, they basically just welded in a patch on top of there. So what I'm going to have to do when I weld in that new piece, I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing this. Because if I cut this out, how much of this hinge piece do I need to cut to get the new piece to go in and have it lined up correctly? Look at the state of that, look. Look at the torch inside. Yeah, rust inside there. I will bring you over so you can have a closer look. No point taking you out, moving the tripod. I might as well just take you out of it and bring you over. So I've got extra light. Look how crusty that is, look. I've got light on my phone, on both phones. Let's try and lay it down so got extra light. Well, as you can see in there, look. Looking a bit crispy. Come on, focus, you dumb thing. So, I mean, one good thing about this is that I'm cutting metal out. And I'm replacing it with fresh. And if it comes to it... Oh, sorry about the sudden movements. I'll have to do a repair under here. So I may have to go back into this cavity under here and do it that way. You can see there, that's had a spot weld. So that's had a, that's been, you could, that's, I don't know if that's factory. I really don't. Is that a factory weld or not? To me, it doesn't look like it would be. Oh, here we go, look. You can see the edge here, look. So this is an aftermarket wing top. It's got to be. Unless, no, the side bit was replaced. Because if I tip you upside down, look. You can see there, that line comes up and along. So that's the original inner wing. That's the replacement. So what they've done, by the look of it, is just replace this side piece here. And obviously done some little repairs up here as well. Okay, I'm back again on this. And I think I can see some spot welds. I'm sure there's one here. There's definitely one there. There's one here. There. Possibly here. There. I think there might have been one up there, but it's failed. There's definitely one here because it's very shiny. Definitely one there. Don't think that's a spot weld because that's too far in from where this line is, because that's the, if you can see that line there, is the edge of this panel. So you can see inside there. That's a bit of a hole, but I'm gonna have a hammer at this, see if it will go through. Because if it does, that'll be interesting. Should we just see if this will do what the chassis rail did at the back? It's actually stronger than I thought. Still rusty though, and it's still going to be cut out. But yeah, that lip there, I could remake that lip under there. That'd be easy. maybe cut down a bit there so I can weld it in nicely. We'll have to see what happens. I ground it back with the wire wheel. It's down there. So you can see here where it's been repaired. So down here, this is the original piece, this is a replacement. So you can see it going down here and along there, and it's been tack welded. It's not been fully welded, look. One weld there. So this is not original, this is not factory, somebody else has done this. So this looks like original the original rail top. So it's all been repaired along here to stop and stops there. Bit of a weld in here. And then it comes down. And just someone's feathered it in somehow, I think, here. I was right with that there. Oh, hang on, camera. I was right with that patch repair here. But I was wrong about like a line going across. That was just dirt. Silly me. But yeah, I'll be chopping this out at some point and replacing it. Before I leave the garage, I've just noticed that this panel here is a replacement panel. There's like 3 layers in here, look. See that? That's the wing. Then you've got another piece under here and you've got another piece on top. So I'm wondering if I grind back further along here, am I going to find more? I mean, you can see there's welds here, look, there. And I've noticed welds along the edge there, but I didn't get all this off. But I think there's much more going on under here than I realised. But then, I mean, it might give me more of a chance actually to be able to sort this out at the front here. So the more I unpick under here, and obviously replacing this in the process, I'm going to find a lot of stuff in here that I can actually fix. So, yeah, it's not all bad news at all, really. I mean, it can't be bad news, can it, really? It's just fixable. Welcome back. Hello. It's following day again from the help with Andrew, and lovely, lovely weather today. Now, I have my little angle grinder, my little dinky one. Look at that. And I am going to start cutting this. So the idea, what I was going to do, I was going to try and cut that little gap there. And I'm thinking, well, there's not really much point in doing that. I might as well just cut entirely through there, and across there. So I'll be cutting against that line where the bonnet rubber goes, where the bonnet rubber, when it comes down and it meets flush. So that was the idea. So, or should I just cut here and go straight to the end? But you've then got all that part under here which needs to be repaired as well. But I mean, it's all doable. It's all doable. Or should I cut back to here where you've got the crease? So cut straight through the crease all the way back and do exactly the same thing on the other one and just weld the whole panel in. So I'm just going to cut. I think I would like to cut on that crease line, but then when I'm welding it in, it might not look right. It's knowing exactly where I want to cut it. I think what I'm going to do, because that hole is very close to that hole there, so if I cut right at the very end of this one, up to that line, straight across, and right just before where that crease is there. So if I cut straight to here, straight through, all the way along, and straight down here. So I'm in line with this piece here, you see. So straight through there. So when I line the other piece up, it's going to mock up exactly, theoretically speaking. So let's get cutting. Yeah, not bad. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this and place it on both trestles, so it's a bit easier to do from the other side. I clamped down the wing, but it still seems really wobbly. Oh well. Just have to do the best I can. Couldn't do it from the inside really, so I have to do it from the outside edge. Right, so cutting that piece out, ta-da, and then mock it up against this one. You can use that indentation that's already there. Oh, strangely, it's different. It doesn't match. I'll get the clamp on there a minute and I'll show you. I can undo the thing. Adjust the camera. Look at that. That hole there does not line up with the original, and that's on the crease line. Interesting. Well, what I'll have to do is just cut this one and make out, you know, just grind out more of that hole. That's the only way of doing it. Because that bolt hole is perfect. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark this now and then cut it and get it out. Lock and mock them both back together. So this is the knackered wing replacement panel. Of course, I'll have to clean this all up before I weld it in. Let's mock it all up. Let's clean the edges down. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. That brown the old wing, not this one, is not exactly the same. It's I reckon this is an aftermarket wing, because these ridges in here do not match the original ones. I am going to have to make that hole a bit bigger. Yeah, I'll lay this on top of it and I'll grind out the hole. I'm going to attempt to tack weld this in, even though I can't really see a huge amount of what I'm doing. It's not quite how I'd like it. slightly in from the edge. That kind of feels right. That corner there will have to be tapped in once it's tacked. But I've cut it too small, unfortunately. Really annoying. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. But it did. Unfortunately. I'm not sure which area I'm going to try and do because it's just too much space around everything. I might try and arc it across here. But this side is there's a gap in there, it's massive. I don't know if you can see because my head's in the way. But let's give it a try. If I burn through it, I burn through it. It's tacked, but it's not great. That's better. And the gunk on the inside is cooking. I wonder if I can arc across here. Just so I can get something. Cannot see. Whoa, that's a fail. Big fail. Couldn't see a blooming thing. I haven't got my blooming plate with me, have I? My brass plate. It's up in the garage in TC. And it should be here. I may have to leave that on there for now, that side. Let's take this one off. Yeah, that's held it. I've left a load of tools in the Cortina. I'm going to have to go up there, get my snips and everything. Right, I'm going to try and weld this back together. Oh, it's welded. Nice. No, going through. And my welding mask is not reacting to the light. And I should be going this way. I don't want to take that off. Right, I'm going to have a go at this and I'm going to come back to you. See what else I can do. See if I can move the wing in some way. I moved the camera. I've got it more welded in. I've been going around that long edge over there. I've got most of this one welded, this side welded in, but it did blow through a bit. And I think I'm managing to fix that bit down there and across. So doing a bit of weld, stopping, letting it cool down, do a bit more, stopping, cooling, let it down, let it cool down, give it a wire wheel at the same time, wire brush. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back when I've finished, and I'm going to give it well, I won't be fully finished because obviously I've got lots bits to finish and fix up, but I'll give it a lick of paint so it protects the welds that I've done. Okay, so this is what I've welded in so far. I ground all this back. It's going to need a bit more grinding, maybe a bit of filler. I need to fix all this here. I need to go and get my brass plate from the Cortina. So the most difficult bit was trying to sort that bit out, but weirdly enough, that's where the crease was. I might be able to get away with shaping it with the croc sander. you know, so shape that so it looks more like that. That needs to be, unfortunately I put the flap disc in there and widened this end of the hole. Was trying to grind that end away, so I need to fill all this in with a bit of weld. Need to just finish this bit up here. If I, and yeah, that bit there as well, that needs to be finished. Needs a bit of green through there. And on the inside, it's not looking too bad actually. So the whole thing, I'll give it a good grind back, and give it some undercoat all the way along. It's going to need it. So once I've finished that area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paint on it just to protect it when I come back to it to finish it off, because it is nearly, you know, it's getting on a bit. I know it's still dry and it's still sunny, but you know, I need to get tools sorted out. Anyway, yeah, this section here, I still need to work on this, of course, as you already know, I told you. But yeah, one section at a time. So let's get some primer on here, and when I need to come back to it, I'll just grind a bit off. And when I've got that my brass plate thing, I can fix that and get some files in there. Focus, you stupid thing. Once I've filled in these gaps and everything, you know, with the weld and the brass plate on the back, I can, yeah, get in here with some files and clear off that rectangle. So let's get some paint on there, and that'll be it for the day. Well, thanks for watching this video. I know it's been a bit of a mixed bag of pretty much everything, really. I'm looking forward to cutting the inner wing out, and it looks like I'm going to be getting the EcoFlow very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm really pleased with the welding I've done today. Well, apart from a few bits where I blew through the metal, but you know, part of the course really. I've done it so many times. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the subscriptions. Nearly at 2,000 subs, and it'd be really, really cool if I could get there. And yeah, but yeah, just help towards getting tools for the channel, getting equipment, and yeah, just putting more stuff together for you guys in return for you watching. So thanks for the likes, even if they're even the unlikes, and yeah, much appreciated to all of you, including my members. So yeah, thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you soon.